What makes a scene great? If it's not already on the page, chances are what hits the screen won't be all too great. Every choice from costume and set design, to camera and lighting, to sound and music, to editing and pace must be driven by good storytelling and fold together in harmony. Let's look at this scene from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin are spies from opposing sides during the Cold War. After an encounter in East Berlin, the two get paired as partners to stop a surviving Nazi splinter from developing and using a new nuclear warhead. The duo throughout the movie compete with one another, from psychological analyses to the placement and technological differences between their bugs to the ins and outs of fashion to breaking into a facility. They start the sequence on their own, but begrudgingly team up. Kuryakin has carefulness in planning, killing the lights to cover their entrance, and technological superiority, getting them through the fence faster. But Solo has finesse and higher skills as a thief, getting them into the building, and then the safe. However, his carelessness in the planning leaves a hole where the alarm comes into play.
Loving your work, cowboy.
This leads to them on a boat. The headstrong Ilya is determined to sail through one of the port's gates while cool, collected Napoleon just doesn't see it happening, and then the pacing slows down here. We've broken away from the hubbub of the desperate escape, just as a suave Solo has, and the CIA lapdog is in no rush because, well, he enjoys the little things and the finer things in life, including music, which he of course picks out to enjoy on his Chianti and sandwich break. Every choice so far has placed us firmly into Napoleon's perspective. Almost every shot since he's been thrown into the water has had him in the frame or comes from his viewpoint. Even when we glimpse the ongoing and failing boat escape, the camera stays pointed at Napoleon. This allows for a prolonged character beat where we the audience get to study his behavior. He's just been shot at and thrown at high speed from a boat, but he's unfazed, he's calm and collected. He takes his time and he enjoys himself. Then he becomes conflicted. And this behavior informs the current tone. All the tension from moments prior is sucked out from the movie and replaced first with relaxation and then contemplation. Of course, the tonal shift is also helped by the score slowing to a stop and then getting replaced by a brilliant needle drop. Any good or fun scene should be driven by conflict, such as the following scene's race to get back to the hotel. But to be great and meaningful requires a change to occur within a character. Perhaps he learns something or his perspective shifts. Typically, an emotional change occurs in connection, positive to negative or negative to positive. And here we see Solo go from selfish to selfless. Duty and history should push Napoleon to cut off Red Peril as he did in Germany. It would be better for his side if the Russians get cut out of the mission anyway. Plus, he's only in the business to pay off his debt to society and avoid prison time, not to be a hero. He can reason that he's a big boy, he can take care of himself, especially after his impressive display in Berlin. But something has changed, maybe he's grown fond of the guy. All this plays out on the character's face, behind his eyes. It's subtly performed and the camera punches it up by pushing in on him. And while there's a change in Napoleon's action, it stays consistent to who he is. We even get more of his suave coolness as he waits to submerge beneath the water deep enough to reach his comrade. But a great scene also needs solid punctuation. After 3 minutes of the element of dialogue being withheld, this single line is given a lot of power and subtext.
Keep quiet.
Yes, Solo is fond of the Russian,
Follow me.
but he's not going to show him that, keeping it business. So is this a great scene? Story beat and character-wise, I'd say it's merely good. But style and mood honestly push it up into greatness for me. How about for you? Let me know in the comments below or on mcmdebates.com, as well as what scenes you think are great. I'm the real Dill. Goodbye.